Game Scene Daily.
Peripeteia is a gripping fusion of shooter, stealth, and RPG mechanics, drawing inspiration from the immersive sims of Ion Storm and Looking Glass Studios while forging its own path. Set in an alternate history cyberpunk Poland, it follows Marie, a cybernetic supersoldier turned mercenary, navigating a post-Soviet city rife with corruption and power struggles. Choices matter in this world of intrigue, where logic, skill, and a well-placed bullet can mean the difference between survival and oblivion. The city is yours to climb, explore, and manipulate, offering freedom rarely seen in modern gaming. If the industry's been starving you of challenge and consequence, Peripeteia might just be the feast you've been waiting for. Interesting is that Peripeteia delivers an experience that thrives on atmosphere and exploration, even if its execution is rough around the edges. The game's level design stands out, offering an expansive and mysterious dystopian world filled with intriguing locations. Navigation is key, with multiple routes and paths giving players freedom to explore, though rewards for doing so can feel sparse despite technical issues, glitches, quest tracking problems, and erratic enemy. The game's world building and occasional immersive moments shine through. Combat offers a variety of weapons and tools, yet enemies often fail to provide meaningful challenge. The game's inspirations, from Deus Ex to Half-Life, are evident in its design philosophy, creating an engaging but flawed experience. While Peripeteia may not be for everyone, those who appreciate exploration-driven narratives might find a hidden gem beneath its rough surface. Longvinter is a survival sandbox adventure where science and competition collide. Tasked with uncovering the island's secrets, researchers must gather resources, trade smartly, and outmaneuver rivals in a world where nature is both a provider and a battleground. Whether teaming up or betraying allies, every choice impacts survival. Mercenaries lurk in hidden bunkers, and the economy thrives on sharp trading, expert farming, and creative cooking. With limitless building options and over 500 craftable items, the island is a playground of strategy and exploration. Just remember, in Longvinter Island, knowledge isn't just power, it's profit. Interesting is that this game blends the cozy village life of Animal Crossing with the survival chaos of Rust, creating a mix that's as intriguing as it is conflicting. Players build homes, set up power systems, and cultivate gardens, but also scavenge for loot in abandoned structures, where weapons and ammunition can be found. Right now, content is limited, but the potential is undeniable if the developers refine the concept and expand the experience. However, moderation issues and an ineffective anti-cheat system have left many players frustrated. Reports of hackers, unfair bans, and an immature moderation team have sparked controversy. Some enjoy the unique balance between creativity and survival, while others find the combination too unpolished. Whether this game evolves into something great will depend on community feedback and the developer's ability to harness its raw potential. Die in the Dungeon is a deck-building, turn-based roguelite where dice take center stage instead of cards. Each die carries a unique ability, from striking foes and healing wounds to amplifying effects and mimicking powers. Strengthen them, merge them, and uncover relics that turn simple rolls into devastating combos. The ever-changing dungeon ensures no two runs are the same, and while not every encounter is hostile, danger lurks in every shadow. Relics offer game-changing boosts, but their power comes at a cost. Choose wisely, or risk your luck running out. The dungeon is unpredictable, but one thing's certain: the dice always have the final say. Players are of the opinion that Die in the Dungeon is a fresh take on the roguelike deckbuilder formula, offering a unique dice-based combat system wrapped in charming pixel art. Many find it scratches the Slay the Spire itch, while standing out with its creative mechanics and engaging progression. Fans of the genre appreciate the variety of strategies available, from powerful region builds to dice manipulation tactics. The game's steady rollout of mechanics keeps things interesting, and early access updates have already added polish, balance tweaks, and quality of life improvements. While some players note that certain dice feel underwhelming, the game's ongoing development promises further refinements. The addictive gameplay, satisfying difficulty scaling, and potential for deep theory crafting make it a strong recommendation for fans of turn-based. Whisker Squadron Survivor is a high-energy roguelike shooter where feline pilots take on an endless swarm of robotic bugs in a fight for survival. From the creators of Race the XIII, this intense space battle lets players customize their ships, choose powerful weapons, and navigate a dynamic galaxy map filled with tactical decisions. Every run is different, offering fresh challenges, fierce enemies, and a chance to uncover the secrets behind the squadron's enigmatic leader, Jiggy. With a fully voiced cast, a variety of ships and weapons, and plenty of upgrades to unlock, the action never lets up. And if things start feeling too easy, well, there are ways to fix that. The response to the game is a mix of excitement and hesitation. It captures the essence of a high-speed, arcade-style rail shooter with a nostalgic yet modern aesthetic. The gameplay is fluid, visually engaging, and packed with action, drawing comparisons to classics like Star Fox and Panzer Dragoon. Players appreciate the tight controls, striking visuals, and energetic soundtrack, with some even experimenting with flight sticks for a more immersive experience. However, criticisms highlight a lack of depth. The roguelite elements feel underdeveloped, with limited progression and build variety. Some find the experience repetitive, noting that the levels, enemies, and upgrades could use more diversity. Others mention pacing issues, with speed adjustments needed to maintain challenge without frustration. While many see great potential, concerns linger about whether future updates will expand the game enough to keep players engaged. A solid foundation, but Garten of Banban 0 is a chilling dive into the origins of Banban's kindergarten, where uncovering the past is just as important as surviving it. The once lively halls now whisper secrets, and the so-called friends you'll meet. Let's just say their definition of friendship might differ from yours. As you step out of your cell, the truth awaits, twisted, hidden, and waiting to be pieced together. The kindergarten was meant to be a place of joy, but something went terribly wrong. The question is, will you be the one to figure it out or just another part of the story? Players are of the opinion that Garten of Banban 0 is a surprisingly solid step forward for the series, with more polish, better puzzles, and a well-built story tying into future installments. While some found the humor intentional or not entertaining, others were drawn in by the lore and the improvements over past entries. The game's free price tag earned it extra praise, with some even calling it the best free story game on Steam. However, not everyone was convinced. Some felt the gameplay dragged, the mechanics were frustrating, and certain design choices missed the mark. A vocal few were outright disappointed, lamenting missing characters, a lack of tension, and elements they saw as nonsensical. Despite divided opinions, excitement for the next installment remains high, with many curious to see how the euphoric brothers will continue refining their chaotic, yet captivating world.
I know I can.
Sovereign Brain Empire is a first-person interactive narrative game set in a world where humanity is governed by the sovereign brain AI, and social standing is based on intelligence. The player, classified as a 1-year-old despite being in an adult body, is adopted by Xia Xiao and Lingling, who navigate the rigid social order. As a monarch-level baby, your journey is filled with the privileges of extreme potential, while the eccentric cast around you, from your brilliant yet low-ranked mother to your gender-bending father and AI nanny, provides both mystery and humor. Choices shape the unfolding story, and passing intelligence tests grants you reward drops, making you feel like the ultimate overachiever. Who knew being a baby could feel this powerful? Interesting is that Sovereign Bug Empire blends strategy and simulation in a unique way, letting players control an insect kingdom. The game focuses on resource management, expanding territories, and battling rivals in a dynamic environment. Its deep mechanics demand careful planning as players balance the growth of their empire with the threats posed by both natural elements and enemy colonies. While the game offers a satisfying challenge with complex systems, some may find the learning curve steep. The art style captures a vibrant, natural world teeming with life, and the soundtrack complements the immersive experience. Ultimately, it's a captivating take on empire building with a fresh, insect-based twist. Cabernet is a dark 2D narrative RPG set in a 19th-century Eastern European-inspired world, blending a Gothic atmosphere with a touch of modernity. You play as Lisa, a young vampire wrestling with her morality as she navigates a society of decadence, power struggles, and temptation. As you roam beneath the moon, you decide whether to protect or abandon the humans around you, while uncovering hidden alliances and dangerous foes. The vampire world isn't just about blood, it's about knowledge, empathy, and power. Will you hold on to your humanity or let the darkness consume you? After all, some dinners are more about the mind than the flesh. Players are of the opinion that Cabernet offers a captivating vampire tale with strong character focus and rich world building. The story, while linear, has a satisfying pace and provides a few player choices, giving a nice touch to the narrative. The voice acting impresses with all characters fully voiced, and it's praised for its AAA quality. However, some players criticize the save system, as limited save slots and lack of flexibility lead to lost progress, especially when the game's unforgiving timing mechanics or frequent bugs cause frustrating setbacks. The absence of easy text skipping and on-the-fly save options also detracts from the experience. Despite these technical issues, the game's darkly immersive world and unique vampire abilities, like transforming into a bat, have kept many eager to see what future updates may bring.
To the Countess.
You will start pacing your drinking. Demons are hereditary, my dear.
Blood Typers is a thrilling survival horror adventure where every action is a keystroke away. Trapped in a nightmarish, procedurally generated movie campus, you must use your typing skills to fight zombies, manage limited resources, and try to escape. Whether flying solo or teaming up with up to 3 friends in co-op, survival is no easy task. The game challenges your typing speed. Can you type fast enough to shoot, grab, or even survive? With inventory management, combat, and eerie environments, the stakes are high. Locked doors, horrifying enemies, and tough decisions keep you on edge. Can you handle the type-to-survive nightmare? Many players agree that this game is a thrilling mix of Resident Evil and Typing of the Dead, blending horror and frantic typing into a unique experience. Each action, from movement to combat, requires typing, creating a challenging yet rewarding gameplay loop. While it might feel overwhelming at first, especially for those new to typing games, the mechanics become smooth once learned. The real fun kicks in with friends. Co-op gameplay takes the chaos to another level, making it even more enjoyable as players scramble to survive together. Though it's still early for some, the potential for future updates and DLC keeps things exciting. For those who love typing games, this title is definitely worth the price, offering a fresh, entertaining twist on a familiar formula. BrokenLore LOW is a psychological horror game that plunges players into the eerie, timeless village of Kirisamamura, where an ancient legend casts a dark shadow. As Naomi Montgomery arrives seeking a career boost, she unwittingly steps into a web of sinister forces tied to the mysterious disappearance of a village temple and a cursed past. The game's haunting atmosphere is shaped by realistic graphics and low-poly segments, as players explore the claustrophobic, ever-shifting landscape of Kirisamamura, uncovering layers of envy, ambition, and tragedy. It's a place where every wrong turn brings Naomi closer to a tragic fate and, perhaps, to breaking the unyielding cycle of horror. Some villages are best left forgotten. Reviewers are of the opinion that this game offers a captivating blend of horror and innovative mechanics, with standout features like the transition from 3D to pixel art and superb sound design. The dark atmosphere and emotional tone draw players in, but the gameplay can feel repetitive, especially due to the frequent walking and lack of a more expansive story. While the puzzles are manageable and the survival elements add depth, the game does leave some wanting more. The ending, however, failed to satisfy many, leaving some confused and disappointed. Despite its shorter length, the graphics impress, with photorealistic visuals that make the world engaging to explore. A few minor quality-of-life improvements are suggested, like the option to turn off motion blur and track inventory. Overall, while not perfect, it's a solid experience with a lot of potential for future titles. Like a dragon pirate, Yakuza in Hawaii is an action-packed adventure where a memory-lost Goro Majimer reinvents himself as a pirate. Shipwrecked on a mysterious island, he teams up with a boy named Noah and sets sail to find lost memories and a legendary treasure. But danger lurks as Majima faces off against ruthless criminals and modern pirates in search of unimaginable wealth. Players can build a legendary crew, customize ships, and dive into exciting canon battles on the open sea. With the option to switch between unique combat styles, the game delivers explosive action on land and sea, letting you mix attacks and unleash creative combos. Not bad for a former Yakuza-turned-pirate, right? Interesting is that despite a few crashes, the game delivers a surprisingly polished experience for a quadruple-a-pirate game, bringing excitement to a genre that's been pretty quiet. While it channels the spirit of Yakuza with its engaging combat, dynamic characters, and humorous tone, it's much more than a simple copy. The world feels alive, and the combat is satisfying, with no turn-based systems to slow things down. The story is still unfolding, but the characters and voice acting have already hooked players. With fluid performance on Steam Deck and a smooth launch, it offers what Skull and Bones promised, but didn't deliver a solid, fun pirate adventure. It's a game that seems crafted with passion, and it's a rare gem in today's gaming landscape.
Or use your chain hook to close the gap. Then yo-ho-ho, break out your pistol and blow the man down.
Unbridled, that horse game, is a captivating horse simulation where players can create their dream horses, train, and embark on a variety of adventures. From grooming and feeding to horseback archery and designing custom obstacle courses, the game lets you live out your equestrian fantasy. As an early access title, it's shaping up to be a vast open-world experience, with new features like competitions, horse breeding, and wildlife interactions on the horizon. Players can even take on jobs like mining and wood chopping to fund their dreams. If you've ever wondered how it feels to juggle horse care with archery, well, now's your chance. Get ready to gallop into an ever-evolving world. Players are of the opinion that the game shows a lot of potential, but is still a work in progress. While it's in early access, there's already a decent amount of content, including new tasks, horse accessories, and an expanded city area. The developers have made significant improvements, such as adding multitasking and horse selling features, and the horse animations are fluid. However, the city is still quite limited, and some features, like the ability to sleep or a more fleshed-out quest system, are missing. Though bugs and minor issues remain, players appreciate the dedication of the small team and are optimistic about future updates. Despite some mixed opinions, it's clear the game is shaping up to be a promising experience for horse lovers. Cabin Crew Life Simulator is a high-flying adventure where players take on the role of a flight attendant, experiencing everything beyond serving beverages. From pre-flight preparations to navigating through emergencies, The game offers a deep dive into the day-to-day tasks of cabin crew. Travel to various airports, manage diverse aircraft, and keep passengers safe and satisfied. Tackle challenges like medical emergencies, fires, and evacuations, all while earning tips and leveling up. The more experienced you become, the more responsibilities you take on, including training new crew members. Keep your cool, look sharp, and aim to become the world's top flight attendant. Just don't let the glamour of the skies distract you. Early reactions to the game suggest that while it shows promise, it's still in very early development. Many players appreciate its unique concept and fun gameplay, but issues like poor optimization, invisible seatbelts, and limited interaction with passengers have raised concerns. Some found the game to be a bit underwhelming in terms of progression and content, with a few bugs that impact the experience. The graphics are notably underwhelming for those with higher-end hardware, leading to performance problems on better settings. Despite these issues, there's hope that future updates will improve the game, keeping players excited for what's to come. However, the short playtime and lack of substantial rewards for certain tasks have left some disappointed. The King of Fighters Roman XIII Global Match is a high-energy fighting game that brings KOF's signature 2D battles to life with vibrant visuals and a roster of 36 iconic characters. Players can dive into intense 3-on-3 team battles, choosing characters strategically for ultimate victory. The revamped online experience, powered by rollback netcode, ensures smooth and competitive matches, allowing players to join lobbies, spectate, or challenge opponents globally. The expanded story mode reveals untold details of the Ash saga, while various mission types and a helpful tutorial guide players through improving their skills. Whether you're facing rivals in ranked matches or customizing your profile, the game offers endless excitement. Think you can master all the combos? Time to find out. The response to the game is overwhelmingly negative, especially concerning the online experience. While offline play seems acceptable, online matches are plagued by severe issues, with unstable rollback, inconsistent ping, and significant lag, even with low-latency connections. The game's visuals also suffer, with choppy performance, and certain inputs, like those in the menus, fail to register entirely. The game's overall optimization is lacking, with high CPU usage in offline modes and broken input shortcuts for invites. Despite the potential of the rollback netcode, it's currently unreliable, leaving many players frustrated. This release feels more like a quick cash grab rather than a polished upgrade, with significant technical shortcomings and missed opportunities for improvement.